what is, if you have to give like a very succinct tips for our students for the English communication, what are the like top three things they really need to do to succeed in having a very fluent communication in English?
Right, a very interesting and a pertinent question, sir. I think first and foremost, we have to understand the importance of English as a language. And since you are there in this group, which really means that you understand its importance. Now, every time we are a learner, I mean, myself, I consider myself to be a learner because every day we are learning and we are moving ahead. So we can near ourselves to the perfect level, but it's always in the process of construction and we are moving ahead and we are learning. So, something I would like to say as a point which is important is one, you should not fear mistakes. You should not be scared of the fact that what if I make mistakes? Will people laugh at me? How will they, treat me? Don't worry at all. We all are learners at a lower level, at a mid level, or at a senior level. We all are learners. I think this is something that should be imparted in all the learners at the very outset. If you tell yourself, when I make mistakes, I learn, and these mistakes are my stepping stones to the success. And that's how you have to see. Believe me, it is difficult. Indeed, it is easier said than done. Okay, you would tell that we should not be scared, we should not be afraid of making mistakes. But is it so simple? It's not, absolutely not. But then you have got mentors with you, you have got teachers with you who are there to support you, and feel free to speak in English. And of course, if you make mistakes, go back to them, ask them if you have done something which is not correct. They would help you to correct it. And making mistakes over and over again, that can be catastrophic, that can be a big mistake. But making mistake once or twice and then not repeating it should be the approach. So the first and foremost point I would like to put across is, don't be fearful, don't be afraid of making mistakes, just feel free, speak, and that's very important. First point. Second is that you have to learn some techniques. Now, one of the techniques is shadowing. Now, this shadowing technique has gotten its name. I don't know, I heard it here and there, but we were practicing it way before I got to know about this term shadowing. So, what happens in shadowing is you would take any native speaker speak in front of you in terms of the YouTube video. You would pause after every, let's say, 30 seconds, and you would try to imitate the way he or she does. Not only does it help you to enhance your listening skills because you would listen to this person while, of course, looking at this video, but at the same time, when you stop at 30 seconds, you would imitate the way he or she does. Not only it would help you to enhance your pronunciation, but also the way he or she articulates well, and especially the vocabulary that he or she dashes in his or her own conversation. That's very important, that it's a complete package for you to develop your English skills. So shadowing, you can take it as a technique. You take any video, and all thanks to internet, which is so readily available on our mobile phones. You go to any YouTube video, you just type good English speakers or English speeches or native speakers speak English, and you would have a plethora of YouTube videos. You pick up any of them, but of course, do attach a level to it. You can put A1 level as a beginner's level, you can put B1 level, which is intermediate level, or you can go to C1 level, which is an advanced level. As per your own understanding, you pick any level. Please ensure that whatever video you choose should have subtitling into it. Subtitling helps us in understanding as to what is being said. And as I said, that you have to chunk it down in small portions, which can be 30 seconds maximum, stop it, and then repeat as to what this person says. Believe me, with passage of time, your pronunciation would increase like anything, and you would not even get to know how you would have naturalized it. And also, it would come very naturally to you, it would not sound artificial to you. Yes, it's just like a theatrical presentation. When we are being given dialogues, we overdo them, and slowly and steadily, once we have mugged them up, we have memorized them well, we can make them our own sentences and we can use them. So that is my second tip to all of you, to follow shadowing technique. And third, last but nowhere least, you have to start thinking in English. Now, this is a very important point. When I say think in English, you might wonder as to what does that mean? How does it work? Everything that you are thinking, just talk to yourself in English. If you see something, just ask yourself, what am I seeing? If you're doing something, ask yourself, what am I doing? And just try to talk to yourself in English. Slowly and gradually, everything that you see, feel, observe, you would do it in English. You would not even get to know how this whole transition happened for you. It would be a very natural transition. Of course, as I said, initially it would be something that would be imposed onto you. You'll have to be conscious and cautious of the fact every time you do it, you are doing it purposefully. But slowly and gradually, it'll be a part of your understanding and your lifestyle. You would not even get to know that, oh, I was thinking in English. I did not even give a thought to it. So that's how the whole transition would happen. And just adding on to a little point to it, when you think in English, just do not let it end as a mental activity. Speak it out as well. Have your mobile phone with you, record your voice, speak it out, say what you are seeing, say what you are doing, say what you are feeling. When you record yourself, you really get to know as to how you speak, and your brain understands your voice better than anyone else, and your brain registers your voice, and you get to know as to what you have said. So after having recorded yourself, let's say for 45 seconds, listen to your voice and then see how have you spoken. Are there any errors that you have committed? If yes, then you correct them, you rectify them, you do not repeat them, and if there is something good that you have done, then pat your back, applaud for yourself, say bravo, say congratulations. Small successes are great, celebrate them. I think that will also give you a lot of energy and a lot of momentum to move ahead in this learning journey of English. I think these were some tips I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.